Hi there. Do you remember the story of the houses on rock and sand? There was a house built on sinking sand and a house built on a firm foundation. What did it teach us? It reminded us to build our life on the firm foundation of Jesus' teachings. What about the story of the shepherd who left all his sheep to find the one that was missing? It taught us how much Jesus cares for us, like the shepherd cared for his sheep. These are both parables, or stories that teach a lesson. Of course, there are more parables than just these. We're looking at a parable today called the parable of the talents. Okay, the parable of the talents. Uh, First, well, we should know what a talent is. In the Bible, talents are a form of money. You might be more familiar with something like dollars, but in the Bible, they had talents. Jesus told the parable like this: there was a wealthy master who had some servants who worked for him. The master was about to go on a trip. Before he left for the trip, the master called 3 of his servants to come and see him. He had a plan where he would trust them with some of his money. The master believed in his servants and wanted to give them a chance to show how responsible and clever they could be with his money. He gave one servant 5 talents. He gave another servant 2 talents. And he gave the last servant 1 talent. The master said to his 3 servants, "Take this money, care for it, and use it wisely. Try to make more money with it while I am away." When the master went away, the servant with 5 talents went right to work. He used his money to buy and sell things, and he earned 5 more talents. The servant with 2 talents did the same thing with his money, and he earned 2 more talents. Now, the servant with 1 talent didn't use his money like this. He dug a hole and buried his talents. Why do you think the third servant buried his money? Do you have any ideas? Perhaps he didn't know what to do, or maybe he was afraid he might lose it. Well, here's what happened when the master got back. The servant who was given 5 talents told the master that he was able to earn 5 more talents. He gave the master all 10 talents that he had. The servant who was given 2 talents told the master that he was able to earn 2 more talents. So he gave the master all 4 talents. But the servant who was given 1 talent told the master that he was afraid, so he hid the money. He only had the 1 talent to give back. How do you think the master felt about this? While the master was happy with the first 2 servants who made money, he was not happy with the third servant who only kept his 1 talent. He thought this servant was lazy and not responsible, and he gave the 1 talent to the servant who had 10 talents. Remember, this is a parable. Jesus told this story to others in order to teach or provide a lesson. So, what can we take away from this parable? Well, let's see. What was wrong about what the servant with 1 talent did? He hid his talent away and didn't use it. God wants us to use what we have. And this does not necessarily mean money, but any skill or gift that God has given us. For example, if you're a good artist, that's a gift you have. How could you use this gift to help others? Well, maybe you could make cards or drawings to give to others to make them happy or to cheer them up when they're sick. How could you use this skill to serve God? Perhaps you could volunteer to make decorations or signs for your church. What are you good at? I bet you have some gifts or abilities that you could use to help others or to serve God. God wants us to use what He gave us. Now, here's a song to finish off the lesson.
Use what God gave you, use your gifts. Help others, serve God, use your gifts. If you're good at singing or you like to draw a lot, you can use your gifts to give praise to our God. You should try to use whatever gift you've got. You can use your gifts to give praise to our God. Use what God gave you, use your gifts. Help others, serve God, use your gifts. Help others, serve God, use your gifts.
That's our parable and our lesson for today. Thanks for listening.
Hey, hey!